the big trend that we've all seen on the market is the emergence of this huge amount of data, right? And finding solutions to solve and use that data to the best of its abilities. We've seen a trend of, data management platforms. A few years ago, DMP is moving into what today is CDP's, customer data platforms. And we at Salesforce have got, customer 360 audiences as an example. And really, but as a broader trend, the goal, the aim of what marketers are trying to solve for is, how do I better understand my customer with all the data I've got at my disposal, right? And there's so much data out there these days. It's almost too much, because you've got your first party data, right? Your business, what do they know about the client based on what they've done? A specific purchase, a specific question they've asked, a customer service history that they may have, an in-store visit, for example. That's all first-party data, and we've always had access to that through CRM. But then there's also all the touch points that led to someone getting on your website, which is all data that just never existed before, right? And sometimes it's a little creepy. Sometimes it helps provide incredible experiences. But really, I think the trend that I'm seeing is, how do we, how can we make the best use of this huge amount of data with customer data platforms? And the other, through AI. I'm still a little bit skeptical on artificial intelligence. I think artificial intelligence is the future of a successful digital marketing campaign. I have no doubts about it. The problem is, what AI is great at doing is at identifying trends that our naked eye cannot see, right? It's being able to ingest incredible amounts of information and find trends or classifications that we wouldn't normally do, just because of how our brain works. Now, the problem is, because we still don't know what data is important out there, AI, if we give AI everything, it's not going to be able to give us out much. We need to be able to learn, as marketers, to give artificial intelligence the right data points for it to make interesting decisions. And I've seen it with send time optimization as an example of, an application of artificial intelligence to digital marketing. I've seen some epic fails online of articles, talking about send time optimization failing miserably. But at the end of the day, bad decisions done by AI are down to bad data provided to the AI. So I think there's still a lot of work to be done in the space of, aside from artificial intelligence today, it's really, to me, in the space of, what is the right data that I should be using about my customer, that is valuable enough for me as a business, for me to retain and use and process for artificial intelligence and whatever else, segmentation, and that it's not an invasion of privacy in a way, but that is not too much. Because I really think the big problem today is that we have too much information, and marketers are being asked, unfortunately, to become data experts. And going back to what you were saying, training becomes a big problem, because it's all skill sets that marketers were not being asked to do 10 years ago. So there's a big shift into what marketing is and what digital marketing is, especially because of this new intake of data that is just overwhelming.